Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 344. Before we start the show, we want to thank all of our wonderful fans who have supported us. And if you want to show support for the Rated G Network, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/Rated G for Gamers. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Rated G for Gamers. And finally, please rate and review us on iTunes and Spotify. We appreciate all the love. I'm your host, Dave Rotino, and this is my co-host, Dan, the podcaster formerly known as Classic Robinson.
What's going on, man? I thought you were going to say, Dan, we're back on video. Robinson.
That's right. We're back and better than ever. It took a little hiatus. We were trying something a little different with some of the YouTube clips, and still experimenting, making the show better, right? Tweaking here and there. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. The camera, they usually say the camera takes, puts pounds on. I think it took some pounds off.
Yeah, you're looking a little slim right there. I like it. You're looking a little slim.
There we go.
It's good.
I know.
It's good. Respect.
The magic of camera, my beard, less gray.
Ah, there you go.
Or it could just be the magic of Just for Men.
A little behind the scenes magic over here.
A little behind the scenes magic. Yeah. When we did makeup, they kind of touched me up and took some of the gray away.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
Oh, and you'll be happy to know I didn't buy the DualSense Edge, right?
Well,
I didn't buy it yet.
Would I be happy?
Well, you say I buy things like, day one, I spend all the money, right?
I mean,
buy it.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it.
If you want it, get it. But okay.
I know, but I told you I'm turning over a new leaf. I didn't buy it, and I didn't pre-order the PSVR 2, which you can still pre-order. It's up right now.
Yeah. That I'm surprised about.
I'm not surprised. It's still they made they said they made a lot just in case for scalpers. They made a lot of inventory.
Respect,
right? Yeah. And a lot of PS5s are out there, right? And people have to start actually buying them. Real people, not scalpers. It's not sold out anymore, right? So once I think this holiday season will be the telling, like the tall tale for
for sure. For sure.
If it sells during the holidays, right? Maybe a little bit of a price drop or a bundle, another bundle or a big game, then yeah. But I haven't bought it yet. Not because I didn't want to.
Okay.
I told Dave, I have grown up stuff to buy this year.
Dan's making big moves over here.
Dan's
making big moves.
So I'm slowing down my spending. You got to cut. Budget cuts. Budget cuts. Right.
I mean, look, I've used the Elite controllers. I've used fancy controllers before, and they're nice. Don't get me wrong. And you will get use out of them every time you use it. It kind of, if you divide the amount of times you use the controller versus how much you paid for it, it's like less than 10 cents per use for it over time. So it's you're going to get a lot of use out of it. They are pricey though, right? This is $200, a little over 200.
It's $200 for the Edge. And, definitely you got to buy games, right? With the PSVR 2. So you're looking at least $500-$600.
Well, yeah, if you're going to get both, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Damn. So, I'm excited.
So they have another, some Japanese company called Shiptal, I think. They announced the Mutalk, which is a Bluetooth microphone that suppresses sound. So it's like you put this thing over your face, you look like Bane from Batman, and you talk into it, and nobody can hear you.
I've seen this thing. It's ridiculous.
So just imagine one day we have Call of Duty on multiplayer, right? And it's a Call of Duty multiplayer VR. Right? And it's you put the headset on and you put this Mutalk thing over your face and you can't see and no one can hear you.
Yeah, right?
That's the future of gaming, Dave.
Someone's gonna walk into somebody's house, rob them blind, walk out, and the person will never know because they'll be in their VR bubble.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a story. It's gonna be crazy. That's wild.
So Dave. Our first episode back in video. We have an awesome show this week, Dave. Coming up, we're going to talk about the Xbox Developer Direct, which I like that name. I hope that sticks. and then we're also going to talk about, is Naughty Dog done with The Last of Us?
Uh-oh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
We're getting to all of that, but let's begin the show with notable games coming out in February.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And January was a little light. Not gonna lie, a little light.
The
Not
beginning
a lot
of
big games.
The beginning of Christmas too.
The beginning of Christmas too. But February we got some heavy hitters. So we got Hogwarts Legacy coming out February 10th on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing for the game is with Sony.
Yep.
I honestly, for some reason, I thought this was a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, right.
The marketing is with Sony, but
See, that's why it's so important.
Yeah. So that's why they're fighting to keep Call of Duty.
Yeah. You gonna get this game?
Yeah, I was all about it, so
Okay.
I'm gonna pick this up day one.
It looks amazing.
Space,
Yeah.
As of this recording, Dead Space came out today. I didn't pick that.
That's
up.
right.
I'm
That's
gonna
right.
wait. That's gonna be a budget game for me.
It's a 9 out of 10. The Metacritic is like 89, 90. Very good.
It went down to 89. They had one mixed review that brought it down from
Perfectly
90.
fine. Yeah, apparently it's great. It expands on some of the lore, the story, and much better than Callisto Protocol.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Because you can do melee and Callisto Protocol mostly, like that's like they make it like important. I'll take that over this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got like
I'll-
the foot stomp. You got the Dead Space foot stomp.
Yeah.
You have to crush the heads.
I'll wait. I'll
Okay.
wait. Another game that I got in day one, and I'm like, this is a Dave game,
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped playing it a while ago, but now if you have PC, you could play Returnal.
Yep.
February 15th.
Yep. This is a PS5 exclusive. Couldn't play it anywhere else. This is the big move, and it's the right move for Sony, I think, to make these games playable on PC as well. And they've been doing really well. I think they did Horizon. Horizon did very well, and I think they also did Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man's PC.
Spider-Man and PC.
Right. I think
they did do Spider-Man and PC.
Yeah, yeah. They're bringing a lot of that stuff over. I mean, I think everything is going to be on PC as well. Yeah, obviously console, it's going to be exclusive to the PlayStation, but
they're going to bring it to PC like a year later, right?
Yeah.
That seems to be the thing that they do. They want you to buy the console. They want you to buy their system.
Mm-hmm.
So do that day and date, and then, a year later, they'll put it out on PC.
Mm-hmm.
A game I will be getting day one, February 21st, coming out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, XS, and One, PC, not Stadia, because Stadia is dead.
I think it's like done as of this
done.
episode. Yeah, it's over.
It's done. It's done. I can't make that joke anymore. But I can still make it for. I can still make that joke.
You can make that joke till the end of time, Dan, and I will laugh.
Is Like a Dragon Inshin.
Mm-hmm.
So the next Like a Dragon game coming out February 21st. I've gotten into it recently.
Yeah.
So I've gotten into just the series in general. So I'm definitely going to pick this up day one.
Sure.
What system? I don't know. Well, Hogwarts I will buy on PS5, so I like to sort of even it out. So I think I may get this on Xbox.
Okay.
All right. So then February 22nd, it comes out. We talked about it.
Yep.
PSVR 2.
Yep.
Right. And they have like 60,000 games coming out day one, but I'm not
30.
going to talk about
30.
the math equals out. Same thing. So I'm not going to get into all those games.
It's a good lineup, though. I have to say, it's a strong lineup, even though a lot of them are ports and in PS5 upreses or whatever. Still a strong list.
Well, you can play Gran Turismo 7 in PSVR 2,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The whole damn thing.
The whole damn thing.
The whole damn thing.
Horizon Call It a Mountain would be the exclusive. That's coming out. That's the big thing that they're promoting for for the system. Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like, it's really like I want to buy it. It's itching. Like I'm itching. I look like I have rashes because I'm itching. Because I really want to buy it. I really want to play. I really want to play that game. But I can wait. I'm gonna wait. Maybe on my birthday. Maybe on my birthday. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe I'll buy it on my birthday.
It's coming up soon.
A game that I want to see you play. I want to see you buy this and play.
Of course.
That's Resident Evil Village.
I'll do it. There's no chainsaws in 8. That ain't no thing. I'm
I know.
good.
I know. But a game you're more likely to play, at least first, is Tetris Effect Connected.
Oh, Yeah.
And that's coming out for the PS5 and PSVR 2 same day.
Right. That's interesting. I wonder what the upgrades for the PlayStation VR 2 are going to be, because that was one of the best. It's one of the best versions of Tetris, period. Love that game. It was great. It's great in VR.
I tried it in VR. I felt like I was having a bad trip.
It's insane. All the dolphins are flying around. You're traveling through New York City and the mountains, and oh my god, it was great. I mean, it's the guy who made Lumines and Rez and all those like rhythm style games. He's amazing.
So we got that. So that's enough for the PlayStation. Let's switch to the Switch. Coming out February 24th.
Nice.
Kirby Return of Dreamland Deluxe. That's coming out, right?
So this is
a port. That's a port. It's just a port of an old game.
It's a port of a remake.
Or a port of a remake.
Because the Kirby and Dreamland was the Game Boy one, then moved to Super Nintendo, I think? Or maybe I think there was a Super Nintendo one. This is the remake of the Wii one, or the port of the Wii one?
This is the port of the Wii version, yeah.
Okay, which I think was a reference to the Super Nintendo, which was a reference to the Game Boy one. I think. I don't know. It gets a little weird, but...
it just keeps going.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get this. I'm not a big Kirby guy.
I'm a big Kirby guy. I'm probably going to wait. We'll
yeah.
See. Or, if I go into GameStop and I need to buy something, and I just say, I can't do it. I can't pull the trigger.
You're burning $60 in your pocket.
I'm going to burn $60 in my pocket to get Kirby. Who knows? The key.
Oh, boy.
And then same day, February 24th, Octopath Traveler is no longer going to be exclusive to the Switch. It'll come out on PS5, PS4. It's PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC. I thought it was
Traveler 2, yeah.
2. I thought it was a Switch exclusive, but apparently it's not.
Yeah. It's a hard pass. Not a fan of the first one. Well, you know that. I trashed this game. It's got a lot of issues.
You didn't like what was the HD 3D or whatever they were calling it?
2D, HD 2D. Like, 2D, HD. Why render all the background? I know it's stylistic or whatever, this and that, but and this even wasn't the biggest thing, but the characters were 2D sprites that would move around. So when you turned or whatever, it looked kind of weird. Right, when you ended up walking forward and back, it would just move the sprite forward and back because it's not a 3D object. But the world is 3D. Why not just make the characters 3D? You have enough polygons to make nice little chibi, high fidelity anime avatars, right? It's just, I don't know, it didn't make any sense. But the gameplay is trash. The battles are way too long. It's terrible. Not that good.
So Dave, as we always try to start the show, but epically fail. What have you been playing?
Oh,
literally, what have you been playing?
I
didn't put it in the show notes.
No, I wanted to save it. I wanted to save it so you'd be surprised. You know what I'm playing, and you know how good this game is?
God of War Ragnarok?
No, I'm playing a mobile game, Dan.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't. Good in mobile. I don't think they go in the same.
Oh, I'm playing Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap is awesome. No, it's good. It's really good.
You fell into the rabbit hole of Marvel Snap. Everybody's talking about Marvel Snap.
Yeah. Really... Haven't paid a dime for it. Haven't paid a dime. You don't need to. The grind is very reasonable and manageable. They give you, as you go through and you start playing matches, they're really judicious. Not judicious. They're really can't think of the word. They give out cards like candy in the beginning. And so you get
what's so great about this game? I don't get why everybody. I mean, is it just card games with Marvel characters? Or that's what
it is? And the way the mechanics are set up is really good. Essentially, what it is you build a deck. I think you can have maybe 12 cards in it, and every card is based on a superhero. So there'll be Wolverine and Agatha Harkness and Morph and Rocket and a Squirrel Girl and
some deep cuts there.
They have some deep cuts. Yeah, there's a lot of characters who I'm who is Armor? I'm okay. Who is Squirrel Girl? Squirrel Girl I know, but only because people have talked about her. Oh yeah.
Squirrel Girl.
There was talk of Squirrel Girl making a Squirrel Girl some sort of movie or TV show or something, I think. I don't think it ever came to light, but yeah. So you make your deck up. Cards are powered like 1 to 6, and basically it's 6 rounds. And then every round you get, like first round you get 1 energy, second round you get 2 energy. So like you have to pick and choose which cards you want to play based on how much energy you have. Every card typically has like special effects, right? So when you put like, let's say it's Electra, right? If you put Electra on the battlefield and the enemy, your opponent, puts a card that's in the same spot as where you put Electra down, she will kill that card if it's like a 1-point card or whatever, right? So there's all these like weird mechanics you can do. And there's 3 different spots where you can put cards, and you basically have to have the highest point total at the end. So you want to like look at each character's like power level, right? So you look at somebody like Abomination is a level 5 card that has 9 power, right? So he's pretty strong. So, but you can only put him out like late game. And like the 3 little areas that you can put cards down in sometimes have special effects. So the battlefield like keeps changing. And like when you get to like cards like Iron Man or like Odin, they can like completely change the battlefield. If you put down like Doctor Strange, he can move cards around. It's really cool. The theming is great. Every character has abilities and power that fit the character. It's very good. And they have little voice acted clips in there. Oh my God. It's so good. Yeah. It's so good.
I still don't think you can get me to play a card game. Not a card game guy.
It's definitely not for you. Like the theming is on point. You would love the theming.
Yeah. But
the gameplay mechanics are not your jam. But
if all that's free, how do they get paid? Is it like gotcha mechanic? Like how do they get paid?
You can spend money on gold, which can get you other stuff, but you don't need to do that. Gotcha. And any deck can win. Like I've made almost no modifications to my starting deck, and I'm at like level 30, and I win a lot. I'm pretty good at it. Now I'm at a point where I'm fighting like people that know what they're doing, but like the first 20 or so levels, I was just like blasting through. People will pay money. I guess the other cool thing too is you can upgrade the card art for every card. It doesn't do anything to the card itself. It doesn't make it more powerful or change its abilities. But
it's just skins. It's just cosmetics.
Well, sure. Yeah. And like it's like the first thing is a frame break where it breaks out of the card, and then it turns 3D, and then it's animated, and then it gets like the gold foil on it, so you can keep like upgrading it. But yeah, it's just for cosmetic purposes. And they have like alternative art for all the cards. There's like pixelated versions of certain characters and like different alternate style art. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Okay. And that's it. I've been playing that game like crazy, Dan, and I love it.
All right.
It's good.
Well, while you've been playing a Marvel card game, I've been playing as the Marvel characters in Avengers.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about it last episode, how they're shutting it down. But you wanted to get in.
Shut down support. They're going to shut down support for it in September.
Right.
It's still on Games Pass. I beat it on the PS4, but it's on Games Pass. I needed something to play one night, and I downloaded it and I played the Black Panther. Well, I didn't beat it, but I was playing as Black Panther. I got to say, I understand why they want to shut it down. It was just terrible. I don't know. It's terrible. The Black Panther didn't really play well. It was
so like that specifically, that DLC no good.
That DLC was no good.
Okay.
To me, it was no.
That's upsetting. Yeah.
I didn't really dig it. I didn't at all. The mechanics.
Yeah.
The environment. Enemies.
I know.
The only thing that was cool was the cinematic trailer, and then like I get to see and sort of move Black Panther, but other than that, everything else was trash on a Dave scale, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, sure. Would you like the original one, right? The original Marvel's Avengers, the OG release.
Great. Okay. It wasn't great, but the story kept me in it, and you get to switch between the different characters.
Okay.
For different stories, settings. Like you didn't get to switch on the fly or anything like that.
Right.
It was like a good change up, but I thought that was better. It was way better than the Black Panther one. The Black Panther one didn't make any sense to me, and I didn't like it. And then I've been playing Forspoken on PS5. I got mixed emotions.
I could tell. I could tell by the heavy breath.
You know why? I know it's getting it's got like a solid 6.5 online,
Ooh.
right? Like
Yeah.
the Metacritic is like 69 or something like that, 68.
Nice.
I know Greg Miller. Kind of funny. They called it a bad game, and they gave it 2 stars.
Sure. Out of 5 or 10?
5.
Oh, okay. Still pretty bad. That's like 40%.
And I see it has elements of a good game there, right? And everyone was sort of mad at the storytelling, and the story's not great, by the way. I know this is Amy Hennig and what's the guy's name from Star Wars? He wrote something for Star Wars, and he works for Kind of Funny too.
Yeah. I know the guy you're talking about.
I can't think of his name. I know he's a part of this project too. Right. Story, it's okay. The banter between.
He was the guy from PC Gamer too back in the day, I think.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Gary Whitta.
Yep. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Him and Amy Hennig, you would think the story could be a little bit better. I don't know what their involvement in the story was. Right? Maybe they made it better and it was worse.
Right. They could have been punch-up artists.
I love it. I love the fact that it was in New York, even though I didn't know, New York. It's not real New York. It's
video game New York. Yeah.
It's video game New York because like the game starts with you getting out of court, which is Midtown for some reason. Midtown.
Oh, it's not down in the financial district where it should be, over on Center Street. No,
it was right off of Times Square.
No, that'd be a shit show.
Kinda.
It
was like 46 and 10th.
Oh my god! Oh, it's over in the theater district. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was terrible. And it didn't seem alive. At least the parts they let you play didn't seem alive. Right? Like New York City.
You would think it'd be bustling with people, but
the only time it was bustling with people was like in the beginning when you get out of court and just like you got to walk to home, right? And I guess that's just so you get to see the city. People, but when you're like running from the bad guys, right? These gang of kids that are trying to chase you because you didn't steal the car, or you got caught or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody around, really. Nobody around. It's like an empty city. It's like they're just in the street looking for you. Turning is like they should be getting hit by a car. Like how are they just standing in the street? They make no sense.
Right.
The banter between her and the magical bracelet that sent her to a new dimension for no apparent reason.
Okay.
I haven't beaten the game, so I haven't gotten the answers. Like everyone says how much they hate it. I say it's okay. It doesn't bother me as much. Actually, it's keeping me in the game somewhat. The mechanics. I think I saw a review. They said you don't get melee until a little bit later in the game.
Oh,
because it's all magic based, right? It's all magic based.
Okay.
Gameplay, it's okay. It's like it has so many different elements of a good game. They just don't put it together. It's like you have the freshest ingredients, right? Like you have the freshest fruit, the freshest vegetables, right? Like you have you have meat, wagyu, right? Like you have a prime steak from a steakhouse.
Right, you got all the good seasoning on there.
You got all the good seasoning, right? And they just didn't put all the ingredients together to make a great meal. Right? It's that, it's kind of like that.
Man, I meant to try this. Haven't tried it yet. I'm definitely going to download it and talk about it for next episode.
Demo. Well, the demo.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be buying the full version based on that review. I'm going to try it out first.
The demo is you get a lot of the magic and stuff. Like you have a lot of the abilities already. Right? Where right now I'm still trying to collect those abilities and still learn. I will say this: she's annoying, and I know people are, some people, part of the internet, are trying to make it a racial thing, right? And a sexist thing that this game sucks because it's a woman and she's black. I'm telling you right now, I'm a black man. Her as a character, I think is fine. Like the actress, I think is fine. The script could have been better. They really made her out to be super, super tough. Like that's, like she's just so tough. Like she's fighting every second.
Okay.
Like, It's like me and you. You say right, I say left.
Yeah.
Right? That's her. That's
She's a
her.
little,
Like,
she's a little,
like,
little hard-headed. Sure.
yeah. And I think she's a little bit too hard-headed. It's like, I don't know a normal person that would act that so defiant if I got, I come from nothing. Like, she's literally living in an abandoned building with a cat.
Sure.
Cats are really important in this game, by the way.
Okay. A little stray action going on.
And then you get thrusted into a new world where you have superpowers,
Right.
kind of.
So I feel
I don't think I would be so defiant.
I feel like that's a fair criticism because you're not criticizing her because she's a woman or because she's African American or because of her, physical traits that are just they are what they are, right? And you're saying the writing isn't well, and I can definitely get behind that. I'll have to try it out and see. I don't know how much of the dialogue I'm going to get when I play the demo, but I think that's a fair criticism. Yeah.
It just doesn't. She wants to go back so bad, and it's like, go back to what? You
Right.
You gave your cat away to somebody so your cat can be safe. You don't have a place to live. You don't have any money.
Oh no!
And by the way, there's a street gang that want to kill you. Why do you want to go back to New York? You're an orphan. You have no family.
There's just something about it, Dan. Right? There's a certain je ne sais quoi that New York just has, right?
When you're in a magical world with superpowers.
It's not the same, Dan. It's not the same.
Why do you want to go back?
There is no Katz's Deli in this magical world, right? There is no Beard Papa, right?
I'll say one more thing, and then I'll move on. Mm-hmm. And this kind of irked me, because nobody does this. Like, I mean, honestly, she's from Hell's Kitchen, but it's
sure,
the
just like Daredevil,
the game. She's in modern time, right? Like, she's like, 2020s, right? But they act like this is Hell's Kitchen of like the 70s.
Oh, when it was 80s. Like real rough and tumble and not like super built up.
Yeah. Her last name is Hullen because they found her in the Hullen Tunnel, right? And then she's this is what irked me. This is what really irked me. And I'm gonna go. She's hanging. She's like chilling off the top of a sign.
Okay.
Just chilling there above the Holland Tunnel, just reminiscing, trying to figure out her next move. Where then she sees some magic stuff and goes and investigates.
Right.
It's like nobody's hanging on top of the sign of the Holland Tunnel. It's like nobody's doing that.
It's true.
Nobody's just sitting there with
unless you're Spider-Man.
True, that's true.
He would do that.
But nobody's just sitting there with cars going in and out of the tunnel, and you're just sitting there, flapping your legs like over. The cops would have came and took you down. It was driving me nuts. I was like, this isn't real. This isn't realistic.
Okay.
So, okay. I had to vent. I'm sorry.
Sounds like a gamer grief, Dan.
I had to get it off my chest. All right. So, why don't we take a break?
Mm-hmm.
Come back. We're getting to the top gaming news of last week.
Yeah. Let's do it.